She forced the system to kneel. Emma Richardson was born into wealth. Very big wealth. Her father owned one of the largest infrastructure companies in the country. Their house looked like a palace. Luxury cars stood in the driveway. Servants, security guards, private schools. Emma had everything that money could buy. But Emma was not proud or arrogant. She was kind. She respected people. She believed that money should protect dignity, not destroy it. She studied law because she believed in justice. She used to say, if the system is wrong, educated people must fix it. She did not know that one day the same system would try to destroy her. The day everything changed. Emma was 26 years old when her life broke into pieces. She was returning from a charity event late at night. Her driver suddenly received a call and stopped the car near a construction area controlled by a powerful government contractor. That night, powerful men were drunk with power, not alcohol. They knew who Emma was. They knew her family name. But they believed they were untouchable. They insulted her. They humiliated her. They crossed limits that should never be crossed. Emma screamed. She cried. She begged. No one came. That night, her honor was stolen, but something else was born inside her, fire. The system betrays her. The next morning, Emma went to the police station. She believed in law. She believed in justice. But the officer laughed. "Miss Richardson, these men are very powerful," he said casually. "Think about your family's reputation." Another officer whispered, "Cases like this never reach court." The file disappeared. Evidence vanished. Media channels refused to report. Politicians made phone calls. The same system that promised protection protected the criminals. That day, Emma realized a painful truth. Money gives power, but power controls the system. When even family says, "Stop," Emma's father begged her to stay quiet. "We can settle this privately," he said. "You will still live like a queen." Emma looked into his eyes and said softly, "I would rather live like a beggar with dignity than a queen with silence." Her relatives blamed her clothes. Her friends stopped calling. Society judged her. She was rich, but lonely. Broken, but awake. The darkest nights, Emma suffered nightmares. She stopped eating. She stopped smiling. She questioned her worth. But every time she cried, she remembered something. Thousands of poor girls suffer worse, and they don't even have a voice. That thought changed everything. She decided, if the system crushed me, I will rebuild it. Turning pain into power, Emma left the country. Not to escape, but to prepare. She studied international law, human rights, system corruption, political loopholes. She met survivors like her. She listened to broken voices. She collected proof, not emotions, but facts. She sold her luxury life. No parties, no comfort. Only one goal, justice, not only for herself, but for millions. The return that shook the nation. 5 years later, Emma returned. Not as a rich girl, but as a storm. She launched an independent organization named Voiceless No More. She released reports proving police corruption, political pressure, fake investigations, protected criminals. She did not accuse emotionally. She attacked legally. International courts noticed. Global media noticed. Foreign governments asked questions. Suddenly, the country's image was at risk. When the system felt fear, protests started. Survivors came forward. Women stood on streets holding Emma's photo. The government tried to silence her. They threatened. They offered money. They tried character assassination. Emma smiled and said, "You already took my dignity once. You cannot take my courage." The courtroom that changed history. The case reached the highest court. For the first time, powerful men sat in fear. Emma stood alone, but strong. She did not cry. She spoke slowly. "This is not my story. This is the story of every woman who was told to stay silent." The courtroom was silent. Judges listened. The nation watched. The judgment, the verdict shocked the country. The criminals were sentenced. Police officers were suspended. Politicians were investigated. Victim protection laws were rewritten. Fast-track courts were introduced. Survivor identity laws were strengthened. For the first time in history, the system had to change because of one woman. From shame to symbol, Emma became a symbol, not of shame, but of strength. She refused awards. She refused political power. She only said, "Change the system so no girl has to become me." Today, laws protect survivors better. Voices are heard faster. Silence is no longer forced. Final message. Emma once lost her dignity. But she forced an entire country to return it, not only to her, but to millions. She proved one truth. When courage refuses to stay silent, even the strongest system must kneel.